Oh, good old Disney. We're going to talk about them again. You know, I really have to wonder why they let their stars run around and say the things that they do. They definitely do a great job at getting people riled up. I don't know if that actually translates to dollars at the end of the day. And given how a lot of their movies have flopped over the past couple of years, I'm going to go ahead and say that it doesn't translate to dollars. Halle Berry here. Just yesterday, I did a video on this talking about how her version of The Little Mermaid is better than the original, improves it. It's more of an independent Ariel. This is what you need to see. Of course, that trailer sitting at millions of dislikes. 2 trailers with millions of dislikes each. That's an impressive feat. It's very hard to get millions of dislikes on a trailer. Somehow, Disney has managed to do it twice with the same movie. This movie's going to be, I think this has potential to be yet another flop for them. You know, they have to be sitting there and looking at Mario and just shaking their heads. Disney used to have this kind of hype. And I know this is the Mario movie, right? It's not a Disney movie. It's not even really an Illumination original property. They just got the rights to do a Mario movie. Though I think they're going to do it right. They've had other hits. They've stepped up where Disney has fallen. You have to wonder if they're looking at this company and saying, you know, what are we doing? It's easy. Just don't give a bunch of overly woke bullshit, and your audience will be happy. But yeah, Little Mermaid, not doing well for them. But I wanted to go back and look at Peter Pan and Wendy. Remember this shit show? Yet another trailer on its way to 1 million dislikes. Did they turn the comments off? No, the comments are still on. Shocking. Shocking. So Peter Pan and Wendy, because of course Wendy's name is in the title. Why not? I'm sure she's going to be the true hero of the movie. That would be my guess. She's going to be the hero of the movie. A lot of shit in this that people just laughed at. And once again, just like The Little Mermaid, you've got the people talking about how this movie is going to be better than the original, so we can improve it, make everything better. How Peter Pan and Wendy corrects original movie explained by Tinkerbell actor. Tinkerbell actor Yara Shadi explains how the director, David Lowery, corrects aspects of Disney's original classic in the upcoming Peter Pan and Wendy. So once again, we're being told that this new live-action version is better. It's better than the original. Why? Well, because it's got woke elements. It removes some of those dangerous insensitivities from the original. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about, isn't it? So this is going to be another shit show. They're wisely putting this on Disney Plus and not in movie theaters, by the way. That doesn't make it any less of a shit show. But let's take a look at what's going on here. Here's what Screen Rat says. As the Peter Pan and Wendy release date approaches, Shahadi explains in an interview with Extra how Lowry's remake updates the classic tale. Crucially, the Tinkerbell actor explains Peter Pan and Wendy omits some unfortunate racist stereotypes that were present in the original movie. Here is what she said. It's such a beautiful moment to step into a fairy tale that I think means so much to people. You're right, it does mean a lot to people. That's why they're so mad about these garbage remakes. I think remakes have to prove why they are worth being remade in the first place, and having had a chance to watch the film, I think David updates it in such a natural way. in a way that he feels that adds to the canon of Peter Pan and also corrects the kinds of stereotypes that are unfortunately passed along through those fairy tales, correcting the indigenous representation that was mistaken in the animated version, and in some of the past versions. And they go over this. And there was also the sexist undertones. Let's not forget about those crazy. Peter Pan also features sexist undertones, with male characters making remarks about how much girls talk, among other things. Tinkerbell also has one scene in which she evaluates herself in the mirror and is critical of her own hips. Thankfully, removing these aspects won't ultimately change Peter Pan's story, but certainly bodies well for Laurie's upcoming remake. Hopefully, Peter Pan and Wendy can update the story to remove insensitive subject matter, while also delivering a fresh and familiar adventure. Okay. I'll tell you what it's going to deliver. Content for me to roast and make fun of. Probably a couple of videos, because we'll get to make fun of the fact that Disney's yet again losing money. This thing's getting roasted because I don't imagine anybody's going to like it. They'll release another trailer. I'm sure it'll be disliked to hell. So, I mean, I enjoy all this, but you have to wonder, after getting dragged through the mud for so long, when is Disney going to learn? I mean, I want to go back to this. These Super Mario box office estimates are pretty big. This movie's probably going to make $1 billion if they do it right. And I think that they will. Nintendo has a really heavy hand on their own stuff, to sometimes their own to their own destruction in some ways, like all that copyright shit that they pull and stuff like that. They're not very good on that aspect. But as far as making sure that their shit is golden when it comes to product, there, at that point, there's really not much you can say. All the Mario games, solid. Zelda games, solid. Like, they want to make sure that these characters aren't bastardized and destroyed. And I think Nintendo probably will deliver, well, they're not really doing, but Illumination, because of that aspect, can't go in there and make it woke. And I don't know if they would. They've done a really good job with kids' movies over the past couple of years. So it's like, why would they make this one the one where they destroy, but the one that they destroy, I don't think they're going to do it. I think Illumination recognizes that Disney is in the shitter and that this is their time to rise. I think that's a better way to say it. I think that they recognize, hey, Disney's fallen off. They're more interested in putting a message out there. Let's just deliver fun. It was really fun last year with that Rise of Minions movie. People got so butthurt over people comparing that to Buzz Lightyear, and they totally didn't get the message. Because people like to share thumbnails and headlines on Twitter, and it's like, you didn't get what people are saying there. People are pointing out that Lightyear failed, okay? And here comes Illumination with this movie about little minion characters, and that thing makes a shitload of money. That money could have been Lightyear's. It could have been Disney's. That money could have been Disney's money, but they screwed it up. Just like this. According to Box Office Pro, the Super Mario's movie is tracking for a 3-day opening weekend of 71 and 105 million, and a 5-day Easter weekend opening between 94 and 141 million. And don't forget, it's coming out Easter weekend. I think word of mouth and the fact that there's not really any other movies in theaters like this for families to go to is going to make this movie massive. I think this movie is going to be massive. This is money that Disney could be making, but they're not. $100 million, by the way. Oh, that's Shazam's whole box office. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.